What's up, guys and girls? So my name is Eddie. That was my truck in the video, and the video that I'm sure a lot of people saw July 1st or 2nd. Went to Black Point, and low tide in the Algae got the best of my truck that day. Kind of sucks to see people profiting off of my loss. It was a tough pill to swallow that day. Decided to make this video because this is something that can happen to anybody. I've been fishing for over 25 years. My old man, taught me how to put my boat in and out of the water. I've never had issues. Truck is 4x4, which a lot of people say, well, you always go in 4x4. I have the tendency of going in with my truck on auto 4x4. So if the truck does feel any type of slippage, 4x4 should engage. Unfortunately, I don't think it did. If you watch the video, you will see that my e-brake is on. My truck wasn't parked, but my front differential was spinning. I did my best to get into the truck. If I would have been able to get in and step on the brake, I think I would still have it today. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. So kind of just wanted to run through and kind of show you guys footage of them pulling the truck out, and also maybe show you a kind of clip of the moment that it was sliding back, because from what the video shows was right when I was getting in, but the truck actually started sliding when I was in front of it, walking back to the front door. Okay, so I'm gonna let the video run of them trying to take the truck out of the water. The trailer I have on my boat is a float-on trailer. Float-on has some positives and negatives. The awesome thing about this trailer is it is super quick launch and retrieval. You basically drive your boat on, hooks up, pull it right out. Same thing, dropping in the water, put it in the water. As soon as it hits water, it'll slide right off. So once you get used to the trailer, it's actually phenomenal. Bad thing is about it, as you can kind of see right there in the top right side, the bar which your boat attaches to, once that locks in, there is no way to get it off without lifting the flap up. But since you had all the weight of the trailer pulling down on it, the boat was going wherever the truck went. Only reason this was good in my case was it kept the rear end of the vehicle floating. So it ended up floating towards the dock, and the bumper of my truck kind of stopped the truck from going any further back. If it would have gone any further back, not only would I have lost my truck, I would have lost my boat too. Just happy that my boat and my kid were both okay. Other than that, we can deal with this issue right now. Obviously, I gotta get a new truck. This was definitely a sad moment. So the next thing I want to show you guys is a small clip of what was recorded that day, to give you an idea of what it was that I tried to do in those split-second decisions. I did know there was someone behind my boat. So yes, first thing in my mind was save my boat, my truck. But I also knew in getting in, there was someone behind me. Not only is it gonna damage my boat, could hurt them. I had my son inside the boat. So at the end of the day, I'm accountable for anything that happens to anyone else. So I'm gonna let this little clip run. I might show you in half speed also, to kind of run through the scenario and what it was that was going through my mind at that time. So I'm gonna play a short clip of what was recorded that day. You'll see that it's something that looks super quick, but I'll get a little bit into it now. I do want you to hear the horn. So at the point this video was starting to be recorded, I already knew that I was losing my truck. My next thought was, I got someone behind me. So I reached for my horn as I was slipping out of my car. recently found out the boat behind me was a skiff company owner here in Miami. Got to give him props because he really moved out of there quick. I'm really happy for him. I could live with damaging something that belongs to me, but thinking of hurting someone or damaging something that belongs to somebody else really doesn't sit well with me. I'm going to slow the video down now a bit and kind of give you a better play-by-play of what actually happened. So where this clip got me, I was already attempting to get in the car, but that algae, my foot just slipped out and I was going down. So as I'm going down, I slid my hand over the horn, tried to depress it, hopefully sounding and giving the guy behind me a chance to do what he needed to do. Luckily, I did hit the horn. As you can see, man, I went right into the water and there was nothing else I can do at that point. I tried to get up a couple times and I just couldn't stand up because of the algae. It was just insane. So this video didn't start where it actually shows. I was on the dock talking to my son about launching the boat. I was in front of the truck right there and ran around when it actually started sliding. So where that first dot is where the truck actually started sliding. So for any of you that don't know, this is Black Point. I was pretty close by a couple days after, and it was low tide at this time. Kind of had stuff running through the back of my mind, like, could I have done something different? What else could have happened? It's just one of those things that you start to think about after something like this. So this was during the week. Obviously, this place is not as crazy as it normally is on the weekends, as you can tell if you've ever been here. Sometimes you even have people just hanging out on the sides waiting for something to happen. But yeah, so here's the ramp that I was at. This is the actual slip I was using. And it actually looks pretty clean this day. I don't know if maybe they pressure cleaned it after, but the day that it happened, where you see the water line and there's another line to the right of that, all of that was completely full of algae. My tires were about 12 inches above the water line. My tires do not touch water when I launch or retrieve my boat. It's the way my trailer is set up. I do not touch water. So the only thing I can think of is the algae got to my tires and it just did not hold. Here's a look at the ramp from the other side. Same thing. You can see there's a lot of algae buildup here. It's a pretty slick ramp. It's a cement ramp. So it was raining that day with the algae. That was my day to lose my truck. It kind of sucks. It's sad. I was really attached to my car. But it is what it is. You move forward and deal with it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I want to kind of share. Just kind of give you a quick rundown from my perspective as to what happened. Glad nobody was hurt. Main thing. My truck was a material thing. I loved my truck. But things happen in life. You deal with it. You move on. Is what it is. But yeah, so I have a Denali that I currently ordered, which I'm waiting for to get here. I might do some mods to it. Don't know if I'm gonna do the same thing I did to my T4. I'll show you guys along the way what I do. Definitely gonna keep fishing. It's one of my favorite things to do. Spend time with my family out there, enjoy it, catch some good fish, and have some good dinner. Catch you guys on the next one. Just putting up a couple pictures of my truck here. If you like the video, please like and subscribe.